Ooh, that is hot. Hello, my friends. You may notice something of a different audio aural ambiance right now. That is because I was only able to kick my housemates out of the house long enough to watch the direct, and now in order to record the direct discussion, I am doing it in my car, which is my emergency go-to. So I don't know, it might sound a little different. So the ways in which Nintendo surprises us, they're always so obvious in hindsight, because they're always the least likely thing to happen. I swear, it's mind games. They play mind games with us. Like, sure, there was always like, oh, well, I mean, like, what's the least likely thing? After all this time, after this long drought, after there's so much that we don't know about the year and future games, well, the least likely thing is no direct at all, but also that didn't seem exactly realistic. So really, the least likely thing was, after all this time, a mini. Just a little tiny one, because we expected something big after all this time. It was the most obvious, and that's what they did. And I suppose one of the rumors ended up being true, but I don't know, even a broken clock is right twice a day. I don't know. I think it was probably just a random shot in the dark. I mean, I guess one of them did predict the indie showcase thing too, so I don't know, maybe it was right, whatever. That's what we got. We got another stealth drop direct. They're very inconvenient. They're very hard to plan for, but that's okay. We did it, and I watched it, and I'm just gonna go down the list, and we'll talk about the overall feelings at the end. So it started with Xenoblade, and I am very jealous. I'm very jealous of Xenoblade fans, because it is not often that you get a remaster / remake sort of thing where, like, the dream is that they'll also add in new content, and that never happens. At least not with Nintendo stuff. They don't usually like to add a lot of stuff. They add like a couple things here and there. But like, the dream would be, man, wouldn't it be so cool if they like added in a whole extra thing though? That's what Xenoblade fans are getting, and I'm jealous. I'm really jealous. They're getting this big, wonderful remaster of this game that they love, and they're also getting an extra epilogue, like at the end to like wrap up the story. That's awesome. I'm super duper happy for them, and super jealous. I don't know, maybe someday I'll get my own kind of expanded remaster kind of thing, but not really holding my breath. They're lucky. And like Xenoblade 2 got like a ton of cool story DLC. I don't know. They're good. Monolith Soft, they deliver. They really do deliver, don't they? So moving down, I would say the most notable third-party announcement was the 2K collections. We've got a Bioshock collection, Borderlands collection, and XCOM collection. Some of these, at least Bioshock, has been rumored for a long time now. Because of course it was. Because every third-party thing is always rumored for a long time. This is awesome. This is really cool. I mean, like, I don't know, they could have gotten away with just giving us a Bioshock game, a Borderlands. That's kind of what I expected. But 3 collections, that's awesome. I mean, for people who, haven't played these games, haven't had, a last-gen console or whatever to play any of these, for anybody for whom these are new, like, you're in for a treat. That's just a lot of content. It's just a lot of raw content to go through. I mean, Borderlands is naturally a really, really good fit for the Switch. It's the whole, like, long, kind of grindy looter-shooter sort of thing. That's perfect. XCOM, I haven't played XCOM, but I imagine it's similar because it's like a tactics game. Bioshock, Bioshock, it depends entirely on the quality of the port, because they're such pretty games, so I wouldn't want to sacrifice any of that. So personally, I would rather play them on a different platform unless, at least for like the first game or two, maybe if it's like an absolute perfect port. I don't really know. I mean, I've only played the first game. I haven't played the other ones. It would be really cool to play Bioshock Infinite, but yeah, if there's any graphical sacrifices at all, I'm probably just going to pick him up on something else. Doesn't seem like a very handheld-friendly experience. It won't be bad on handheld, obviously, but I don't know. That's what I think about that. Mostly just awesome. That's just so many games. 2K games in particular have been missing from the Switch. I've been wondering why it's taken them so long to do this, and so it's kind of like, I don't know, once they did it, they did it. They really, really went for it. So that's cool. Still kind of waiting on, like, Rockstar games, though. Still waiting on, because that's 2K, right? It's Take-Two Interactive, which is 2K, which is Rockstar. Pretty sure. Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. Still waiting on that. That's the final piece of the puzzle, is for them to bring over a big, GTA 4 or 5 or something. So yeah, moving on. Animal Crossing. It's cool they gave us a couple updates on, you know, the spring update and all that stuff. And I would say that my main takeaway, if you watched my commentary, is that, so like we've always gathered the, you know, you collect seasonal furniture. Every holiday, there's always like a big special set to get. And what does Animal Crossing New Horizons do? It takes things that you already had and kind of shoves crafting into it, which is something that I could see someone getting really annoyed with, but I just love. So, like, I didn't even care that much before about collecting all the seasonal stuff. Like, I would do it, you know, if I could. But now, no, you collect Easter eggs from all over the place. You fish them and you dig them up, and you use those to craft the holiday furniture. That's fun. I'm definitely going to be into that now, if anything, just because it's like a thing to do, and I love collecting and I love crafting. So I imagine this is what it's going to be for the rest of the holidays too. I mean, I can't be sure, but you know, I imagine like for Christmas or whatever, all the snowman themed sets, you're probably going to be digging up Snowball? That doesn't actually make any sense. Okay, I'm not really sure. But, I don't know. I just thought that was a really cool idea. Ring Fit Adventure, the surprise hit that is apparently still performing. And last time I saw, they're still having stock shortages in a few different countries and stuff. And, like, seriously, when was the last time you could say that for a weird Nintendo peripheral? We're kind of used to, I mean, not to sound mean, but we're kind of used to them sitting on shelves. You know, every time I go to Best Buy and they got the 80 stack of Labo. But apparently Ring Fit Adventure's been doing well. It's already sold a couple million units, I think, or at least it's gonna be there soon. That's cool. So Nintendo is supporting it. They're introducing a whole new rhythm game mode. I think that's really cool. It looks hard though. Like, just watch it. Maybe she was playing on high difficulty, but like turning it left and right and squeezing and pulling at the right time and squatting and looks fun though. I actually want to play it. It's been a while since I played Ring Fit Adventure, and it is showing, if you know what I mean. But I'd really like to get back into it, and that'll be a fun thing to do. And then all the language options and the thing, I'm like, oh, if you just want to run through a level without fighting guys, you can. It's just like, man, just like with the base game, their goal is to always provide the tools to play however you want, to customize your workout routine just however you want. And like, that's been in the base package forever, and now they're giving even more options, and it's just cool. I think it's just neat that they've been you know, supporting it for so long. So I wonder how much longer they will. Will they do like a big DLC expansion or something? Who knows? We will have to wait and see. So then we got a Smash reveal, a fighter reveal, sort of, kind of, not specifically, but basically. And I'm so mad at myself. Again, if you saw the commentary, you know that I'm so mad at myself. Because I predicted an ARMS rep for Smash, but I predicted it like before the game came out, and so like I thought that was a good prediction. It is a good prediction. ARMS is another first-party Nintendo title on the Switch that Nintendo tried to make a thing, and it didn't quite land the same as some other ones, but I still thought a rep was a sure thing. And then after the game came out, I just sort of forgot about it. We've even been trying to predict who's gonna make it to the Fighters Pass. Now we're on the second Fighters Pass. I had all of this time to predict an ARMS rep, and I just kind of forgot. I just forgot about how it was the perfect one, and I'm so horrible at predicting. Even when it's so obvious, I just don't grab it. And I hate that. I'm so mad at myself. So it's interesting. I mean, like, even pretty recently, Nintendo opened up a new tournament for ARMS, which is like, you know, even that was like, that should have been my clue. Oh, Nintendo's kind of trying to revitalize ARMS a little bit, you know? Maybe they're trying to bring attention to it. Well, what's a better way to bring attention to it than to make a Smash rep? So I'm just mad. I'm just mad at it. So, I mean, it's interesting that they're kind of trying to bring it back. I don't know how far they'll go with it, but putting it in Smash is really the best way you can possibly... best thing you can do to expose more people to the game. Smash is a great commercial for other games. We've seen it with countless other games by now. It would have been fun, obviously, if we had gotten a full reveal, you know, like a big, you know, maybe we thought they were introducing a new ARMS, you know, event or mode or something, but oh, it's a Smash reveal instead. That would have been a great opportunity. It's possible, like they said, that it may get delayed because of this whole situation. This whole vaguely mentioned situation, don't want to get demonetized and all this stuff. But, so it could be delayed, and that could be why they just wanted to give us something here in this Direct. You know, they didn't want to make us wait for it or whatever. So, I don't know. I mean, June is only a few months away, and that's when it's coming. But, I don't know, whatever. It was still fun to get something. So then they spent some time on Bravely Default 2. It still just has a vague 2020 release window, which is weird and makes me think it's coming later in the year and might even get delayed. But they gave it a lot of screen time in this direct, and I get the feeling they're probably gonna lean on it more than they would if they had a year that was more full of games. You know what I mean? Like, we're probably gonna see a lot more Bravely Default 2 as Nintendo tries to, kind of bolster their schedule and be like, hey, but this game right here, it looks really cool. I thought some of the backgrounds and stuff look really really nice. I'm not super into the chibi style. It's okay. I don't know. It's like it makes them look a little bit creepy, a little bit like kids, but it looks okay. There's good like depth of field effects and stuff. A lot of little graphical details that I liked. Mostly the backgrounds. The environments I really thought were pretty when they're going through the town. That's really nice. I have been interested in playing the first game on the 3DS for years now. I've just never gotten around to it just because, as I say, I'm not very smart. I'm not good enough to play most JRPGs. That's why I don't play Xenoblade. It's just too much going on. But, Bravely Default seemed, simple enough. So I have wanted to try it. Now Bravely Default 2 is looking really good, but I feel like if I'm gonna play a Bravely Default game, I'm just gonna go back and play the 3DS one to see if I like it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't wanna start with 2. Because then if I like the 3DS one, then, well, look at that. I've got 2 to look forward to, and second to look forward to. Still confused about that. That's okay. Anyway, yeah, it looked pretty good. I don't know. I guess I don't know what else to say. It looks cool. It looks nice. Ninjalah. I don't really have much to say on that, but I feel like it's been coming for a long time. It's not my kind of game. I'm more just interested to see how it turns out. Just because it looks cool. It's very, obviously, very Splatoon-y. It's kind of like Splatoon with swords, but I like how you're, running around. Sorry, a car just drove by and made a big, loud noise with its engine. I like how you can, run up walls and across walls, and I don't know, it looks like a nice, polished game. So I'm curious to see how it does. Any multiplayer game, it's hard to tell how it's going to do, They could either be it didn't really work out. You got to get enough people playing a multiplayer game for it to be worth it, or it was a big huge hit. So I don't really know. We'll have to see. Finally, the direct ended with Pokemon DLC information, and it was a bit of a letdown. I guess not because it was Pokemon. I mean, well, it was a little bit of a letdown because the last thing was Pokemon, but we'll talk about it in a bit. Mostly just, I guess I expected more. I don't know, when they revealed the DLC, there was still a lot of unknowns, and it seemed like they gave kind of a vague amount of information, and so this was I kind of expected more, but it was really just yeah, you get the cub guy, the cub foo. It's okay, we knew that. And then you go after the towers, and it gets a different form. We're okay, we knew about the different form. And they're and Gigantamax forms. And it's okay, we knew we were going to get new Gigantamax forms. And you get a new backpack now. And it's just oh. I don't know, I guess I just, I kind of expected more. I kind of expected to be another thing. I don't know. I guess I don't know what I was expecting, but it just kind of seemed more like a little recap, kind of just very small amounts of information. I don't know, maybe getting the We already had the Gigantamax forms of the starters, right? We already saw them, at least got a sneak peek, so I don't know. It was a bit of a fizzly way to end the direct when it seemed like they were going to have that one more thing, even if it was just for Pokemon DLC, one thing that we didn't know, or I don't know. Whatever, we got a more clear release window, so I don't know, it's okay. So overall, I'm trying to gauge, am I allowed to be disappointed? Because the last time I was disappointed about a direct, everybody got mad at me. And this time, obviously, the whole virus situation is going on. Could that have contributed? Possibly. Maybe that's why they didn't have as much to show. I actually really don't think so. There's no reason they couldn't, put together some trailers for, if they had games to reveal, there's no reason they couldn't have revealed them. I think, honestly, this is just them not having a lot for this year. And, no, I mean, I am disappointed. I'm not gonna cry about it, I'm not gonna make a big rant video about how horrible Nintendo is or anything, but I think it's fine to be a little disappointed. If Xenoblade fans, maybe even Pokemon fans, they got some little tidbits there. I think I just I've gone on and on about it. On and on and on about it. It's just that we don't know a lot for this year, and there's always a certain amount of time between reveal and release. So getting this late in the year, and we even got a direct, like the last mini direct, at least it announced Mario Tennis Aces, it announced a port of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and we didn't get any such thing with this one. Not even just one little port. Even just like 3D World or something, Mario 3D World. Would have made a pretty big difference, and it's still just like, wow, they just don't have anything. They just don't have anything. There's nothing else coming in the first half of the year or most of the year that we don't already know about, which is just a handful of titles. It's just, Pokemon DLC, we got Animal Crossing, and that's what Nintendo is riding on for the most part, for first party. So I'm not gonna lie, yeah, like, it's a little disappointing. I mean, we'll live. Obviously, and they waited so long to give us this that now it's like, well, it's not even going to be that long until E3. We're like 2.5 months away. If Nintendo decides to do a, big direct around E3 time, I have no reason to believe why they won't. It's just, I don't know. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll wait longer than that. But I'm at least at the moment kind of assuming that they're going to. You know what I mean? So at this point, it's like, yeah, okay, we can wait a little bit longer. But even then, it's just like, yeah, people are like, this always happened. This happened with the last mini direct too. Anybody who's disappointed, everyone goes, well, what did you expect? It was a mini direct. And we expected it to not be a mini direct. That's why. Because there's a lot that we don't know about, and we expected it to not be. That's why, like, sure, a mini direct, I'm not going to expect too much. But yeah, I mean, like, it just... Like I said, one little port would have made a big difference. It really just this kind of, it sealed the deal. It sealed this year's fate. And we know that it's a pretty heavy breather year. It's Animal Crossing. It's Pokemon DLC. Something will be this holiday. I actually do have more to say about that, but I think that it would be better. This is already running long. I feel like it would be better as its own discussion video, so stay tuned after this. I'm not sure how long. I do have something else to say. I have a theory about the holiday title now. So that's that. That's the Direct Mini. Yes, it would have been nice to get even one little thing, even one teeny tiny, oh, that's a surprise, first party thing that we didn't know about that's coming out this year. And if it's a port, maybe it's sooner, maybe even in the next few months. Didn't really get any. It means there really is nothing new. But it's nice that Xenoblade is coming in May, so at least we had Animal Crossing in March and Xenoblade in May, and it's alright. It's alright. It's not great. Don't let anyone tell you that it's wrong to be a little disappointed about it. I mean, I am, but we'll live, whatever. Thank you for watching. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you later.